Pumpernickel.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Too Opinionated, where we're back. We're back.
What?
Where we been?
Back. I missed us.
Away. Yes. It was very sad,
Oh my God.
but all
Did
of us
you
got
seriously-
caught in.
Did
The
you
corona- we
seriously
all had
start talking
corona.
and immediately freeze up?
You're not doing too good yourself, buddy.
Come on.
Did I freeze?
Yes. We're
I haven't
talking
frozen this whole time.
I know.
Huh.
Better?
Quality content.
Well, that's embarrassing.
Oh, you seem to be okay now. Now try again. Tell everybody what we are again.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Too Opinionated, where we're back and we
What?
no longer have the coronavirus.
No.
What?
We
We
had
never had it.
When did we have it?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get the sympathy votes.
Oh, well, we could use
Oh
that.
my gosh.
Yes.
We could use that.
Now, have either of you two been tested for the corona?
17 times.
No.
Have you really?
Yeah.
I mean, like the nose
Yeah.
swab.
No, I haven't had it yet. I haven't had it. I thought they were going to do everybody at the hospital, but they haven't done it yet. So
I know someone who had it just today, and apparently it was terrible. They just
yeah,
jammed
nose
it right up
swab's
there.
pretty rough.
Yeah. I don't do swabs. I don't care for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what your option is there, because most of the tests are those stupid brain swabs. It's kind of rough.
Your option just not to do it.
Well, I guess.
Your
It's
option is
pretty,
to get corona.
it's pretty scary times because, everybody's getting out and mingling again. It's starting to spike a little bit. It's scary. You
It's
gotta,
like they
I hear if you
pretended it just
pretend
went
like
away.
you don't have it.
you what?
I hear if you just pretend like you don't have it, it's not the problem.
Is that what that straightens it out?
I also
Oh.
heard if you get bored about talking about it, then you can just pretend it doesn't exist.
Okay. All right. That's terrible advice, but thanks for playing. Now get on with the show.
Said my bit.
Yeah, you've had your bit. Are you going to
Told me
introduce
say
us?
the episode, and I'm not going to do it.
Well, you don't have to.
Yeah, I
I'll
don't
do
even
it.
know.
Hi,
I don't even know who I am yet.
Yeah. Are you going to introduce us or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Too Opinionated. I am Brett Wall. This is my partner, Corn Snaps and Jiggalump Humps.
Wow. Which is which?
Corn snaps.
Ah. Ah.
You,
Yeah.
you are correct. Dad was Corn Snaps.
Ah.
Hey, Jiggalumps, ask me what
And I'm
episode
sorry,
we're
Sean,
on.
but you were.
I don't know.
No,
Well, ask me.
Jiggalump Humps.
Sorry, I thought
Don't
that was
ask.
me for a moment.
Ask me what episode we're on.
What episode are we on?
63!
63?
63. Hey,
I have
Brett.
no control.
Hey, Brett.
Yes.
Did you hear we're on episode 63?
Yes.
63!
63!
63!
63!
Hmm.
6!
3.
I don't like any of that.
You like every bit of it. So what are we talking about today? On episode 63?
63.
I thought we could just kind of catch up.
Tired, man.
Yeah, but we're going to go into a little Stargirl talk, right?
A little
What
bit.
do you want from me? Yeah, no, we're just going to catch up.
I don't
We
know.
haven't seen each
How
other.
long's it been since you've done one of these? You don't remember how we do things?
We don't do it like that.
We have an episode title, though.
But we get into it. Hey, some people like to start things and not look at the title.
You're going to drive me to drink a Coke Zero.
No, if
Zero? Zero what?
Zero
This is-
taste.
Okay. Yeah, this is not a promotion. This is not a promotion. It's not a paid promotion.
We're trying to make it organic, Michael.
Oh, well, okay. Brett,
Yes.
it's good seeing you, buddy.
Hey, it's good seeing you.
What you been up to?
Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
I'm doing a lot of things. I've gone through a bunch of cycles and different hobbies throughout this 3 months. So
Yeah.
reading, stuff like that. I've been playing my way through the ARC video games. And
Ooh.
I thought it'd be done this week so we could talk about them.
But haven't you done those before?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there for that.
Well, so couldn't we go ahead and talk about them since you've already done them?
No.
Okay.
Are we reserving an episode for that?
I don't. Probably next week we'll do the Arkham games, I'd say. But I don't want to talk about them too much now because I want to do some research and stuff, kind of get some ideas.
All right.
They're a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun.
That's good. What else you been up to?
I want to talk about some comic books I've been reading.
Yeah, let's talk some comic books.
But I'll talk about the one I'm reading right now. It is one that I've already read, but I don't. What am I trying to say? I have to reread everything because I don't really remember it. I've been reading Kingdom Come.
It's an excellent comic book.
It's better than I remember. Oh, that's not good.
It's an excellent comic book. Alex Ross, right?
He's the
He's the artist.
Yeah.
Who's the writer? Who?
Mark Waid.
Oh, Mark Waid. Yeah, I like Mark Waid.
Yeah, I crumpled the page. Oops.
Oh, be careful.
Gosh.
So I've been reading. Let me start from the beginning. I read Marvels, which was fine.
I finished the podcast.
Yeah, I'm 2 behind.
Yeah, I finished the Marvels podcast, which was the Fantastic Four, Galactus coming. That was pretty good.
Yeah, was it?
That's probably the first non-us podcast I've actually finished.
Really?
Yeah.
Gosh, I've read a lot.
It's just hard finding the quality that we put out. You get used to a certain standard, and then other podcasts, they just do not measure up.
I'm just totally blanking you out right now.
I'm just trying to carve out a little piece of time for myself.
Dad, this is all about you.
Well, we haven't been on for a while.
Dang it.
There we go, Sean.
Let me see.
Kind of vague. There we go. Good job, Sean.
I finished
Glitching out.
reading.
Well, that's what happens in space.
That's right. Space.
I finished reading the Swamp Thing, the Alan Moore series.
Al Moore, yeah. Excellent.
It was good. It kind of dipped near the end. Like, it was pretty good, and in the end, the last volume wasn't very good.
At the end, doesn't he just become an elemental or something?
No, they move away to the swamp. They build a house in the swamp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but there was just a couple issues in it I didn't really like. Doom Patrol. I read the first volume of the Grant Morrison Doom Patrol, and it was probably one of the best comic books I've read.
Yeah, those are good issues. Is that what the series is based on?
Yeah, quite a bit, I'd say.
Did you see who all the villains going to be on season 2?
No, I don't want to know anything.
Well, I'm going to tell you.
And I haven't watched the first season.
I'm only going to tell you a few. Do you tell? Because you've been reading it. You tell me if any of these have shown up in what you've read so far. Okay. The Sex Men.
Yeah. Sex Men?
Yeah, Sex Men.
Well, there's 3 volumes. I've only read the first one.
Red Jack.
No, I do know Red Jack. He's kind of, if it's who I'm thinking of, he's kind of like Mr. Nobody, but not.
Yeah.
He's just like same behaviors, kind of.
Yeah, that's similar. That's a good analogy. How about the Candle Maker?
Oh.
No, I don't know him.
How about Dr. Time?
No, I don't know.
That's
Dr.
cool.
You don't know Dr. Time? He's got the kind of clock for a head.
No. Well, actually, hold on. No, I don't think so.
All right, that must be in volume 2 then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming. So was volume 1 basically season 1?
There's a lot of issues that they made episode of.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically, kind of loosely. It had
Was
like
the main bad guy Mr. Nobody?
but it wasn't like this. It wasn't the plot with kidnapping the chief and stuff.
Okay.
There is this character though in them. It's a villain called the Quiz, and do you know who that is?
Remind me.
Her powers are she has every power, and the way that to beat her is to think of her power. So she has all the powers that you're not thinking of.
Really?
Yeah. So
That's
So
really
if she's super strong, you have to start thinking about super strong.
and then she's not.
That's
But then
really
she's
cool.
everything else.
Yes.
That has some
that's-
unique writing in that.
Yeah.
There
That's
is like
cool.
I read a Darth Maul comic. It was fine. It wasn't very good actually.
Yeah.
I've started the Batman and Robin New 52 run. I wanted to talk about Arkham Asylum, the book.
Well, I want to go back to Darth Maul. Was Kenobi in it?
No, yes, but not a lot.
That's the problem.
It just
That's the
wasn't
problem.
really good. Yeah,
Was General Grievous in it?
a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it have the part where it says, General Grievous, we're detecting a large amount of sass coming from that vehicle, and he says, Kenobi.
No.
Didn't
Yeah.
have that.
I think maybe it did on that page.
All right, keep going.
So I read the Arkham Asylum by Grant Morrison.
Yeah, I've read that.
It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I feel like I was having a seizure.
I've never been a fan. That one came out back when I had the comic book store, so probably mid-90s.
Mm-hmm.
I think we still got an issue, like the hardback of that somewhere.
Honest to God, I mean this from bottom of my heart. Don't read it if you have epilepsy. Just
Is it the artwork that bugs you?
yeah, and it's not very good.
Yeah, the artwork was definitely a different.
I will tell you the best part though. Best part of the whole comic was that there was a subplot. There was a little side mission in the Arkham Asylum video game that was the whole plot of this comic.
Really?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'll just go ahead and tell you, is when you're playing Arkham Asylum, there's these little beetle symbols everywhere.
Yeah.
And you gotta scan them, and when you scan them, it unlocks the story of Amadeus Arkham.
Yeah.
And yeah, so the symbols just kind of go through.
Amadeus.
What?
I was just singing that Amadeus song.
But the
Mozart?
symbols they would unveil this story. It was kind of cool.
Well, that's cool.
But
yeah, I never liked
really
that. I never liked that one either.
No, it's not good. It's not good at all.
Yeah.
The main thing I want to talk about though is I've been reading a lot of Preacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't get enough of it. To tell you the truth.
Are you going to watch the show?
Probably not.
Come on, man.
I might, but I probably won't. There's only there's nine volumes, and I have 6 of them. So,
yeah. So you could start the show.
Yeah, I could. I'm on book 4. I mean, I haven't started yet though.
Well, that was another one that came out around in the early to mid 90s because that was a very popular comic book.
97, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I really enjoy it. The only thing is, I also read The Punisher by the same guy.
Yeah.
Garth Ennis, and
yeah, it was Punisher Max or just Punisher?
What?
Was it Punisher Max?
No, it was the other one. It was Marvel Knights.
Oh, Marvel Knights. Okay.
Yeah. So the biggest kind of problem that I have with his writing isn't really the violence, but the humor in it. I don't find funny because it's not. but that could be an effect of it being 23 years later, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
a little out of date. Didn't age well.
No, it's very outdated humor. It's like, yeah, you know, it'd be funny if I just said if I called someone like a fag. You know what I mean? Like, it's that kind of humor.
Yeah. Well, that used to be kind of mainstream, but now obviously that word.
No, it's just like for example, there's this yeah, it's just I don't know, like one of the jokes is like this really kind of scary macho villain guy likes gay sex. Like that's one of the jokes.
Yeah. Well, was it from, are you talking about Preacher?
Yeah, I'm talking about Preacher.
Yeah. Well, that time period, I mean, if you go back and watch shows like Friends and stuff, I mean, that a lot of the humor is based around it. Like you wouldn't see, I don't think you'd have that type of stuff today like you would have 20 or 30 years ago.
My problem isn't anything political. It's just not funny.
Yeah.
But however, just to give you a little context, is the main character's power in this comic book is he can control people with his voice. He can tell people to do things. So there's this one guy. He's like, "Please don't kill me." And the preacher's like, "No, I'm not going to kill you. However, I want you to go to this beach and count out every piece of sand." So he does that forever, and it's kind of funny.
Sounds awful.
Yeah, but that's probably the only part of the comic book I don't like is the humor. Other than that, though, I'm really enjoying reading it. So
well, that's good. That's good. So you've been pretty busy.
Yeah. I've also been, last thing I've been kind of working on is I've been reading a Padme Amidala book. It's bad.
Why are you reading it? Switch to something that's better.
I'm halfway through it.
Oh, my Lord. It takes you that long to figure out it's bad?
No.
You're wasting
you
time.
knew it was bad?
I'm not. Because
get back to the wheel of time and get off of that.
I'm trying to do everything Star Wars, like everything canon.
I am waiting on you to get through book 6 of the Wheel of Time. Could you speed it up?
I'll get there, but so
I know. Am I still going to be around?
Yeah. She's just not a character I enjoy. She's good at everything. She's one of those characters. I don't enjoy her. So
where it's like they're just perfect and there's no personality, that kind of thing.
Like she's one of those characters where if someone was like, "We should just go home early," she'd be like, "It's our duty to stay here." Like you know,
like a Captain America type.
She's a Karen.
Okay.
Oh no. Well, all right. That was some pretty good stuff. Sean, you been up to anything?
Just getting the job.
Yeah, Sean got a job.
Where at?
Edible Arrangements. Putting together fruit bouquets.
Rock on.
I think he's making food arrangements out of like bacon and chorizo.
Gosh, that would be so good. Edible arrangements, but meat.
Yeah, I think I would prefer that.
That'd be a kebab, but like way more
intricate.
Yeah, like oh my gosh, that'd be so good. Now I'm hungry.
Yeah, when do you start your new job?
On Monday.
Really?
Yeah, then it's just going to be constant from there.
Working man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I haven't really gotten into too many shows recently. I mean, I've been going back to watch Doctor Who because I got HBO Max.
Yeah, you've been watching a bunch of those, right?
Oh yeah, nonstop.
What season you on?
Well, I just finished Capaldi, and I went through a little bit of Jodie Whittaker, but now I'm back to David Tennant. You're
going the wrong way.
I know. I'm going to reach Matt Smith, and I'm going to be like, okay, he's not that bad. And then I'm going to go back to Christopher Walken. That's what I'm doing.
That's pretty funny. Well, you got me hooked on Community. I've been watching that.
Oh, yeah. Fantastic show.
I can't believe I hadn't caught on with that one before, and it's got so many episodes. I mean, we're on like I don't know, we're about halfway through season 3, I think.
It's like you watched 5 seasons already.
I know they're like 24 episode seasons.
But it's a good thing. You get all this stuff.
Yeah, I'm not upset about it. It's really good. It's really good. I love the. I mean, everybody on the show you recognize now. Whereas a few years ago they may not have been. A lot of them you may not have known real well, but now everybody guest stars and the theme episodes have been just hilarious.
Oh yeah, like the Christmas one, or basically anything where Abed is the main character. It goes some interesting places.
You need to check that one out, Brett. It's on Netflix, and it's worth it.
They had a Die Hard paintball episode.
They've had a couple Dungeons and Dragons episodes. Yeah, zombie episodes.
They had 2 Dungeons and Dragons. You haven't gotten to the other one yet.
I always wanted to watch it, but it's never been on Netflix until now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to start watching.
The first season's not the best.
No.
Yeah, but it's not bad though.
It's not though.
It's just not. It's not as good as the other seasons, but it's still worth watching.
Everything past the beginning of season 2, imagine it like the last season of Psych. They just go all out. Like, oh, here's a zombie spoof. Here's a like spoof of this, spoof of this.
Yeah, it is. It's
There's a musical. Like they do that, but it's the whole show. It's great.
Maybe going blind. Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. So it was my follow-up to Schitt's Creek.
Yeah. Did you finish that?
Oh yeah, my gosh. I love that show. I may end up watching it again. It's so good.
Do I need to watch it?
That. Oh yeah. I already got Ashley hooked on it. You're next.
Do you think I would like it?
Oh yeah. You just got to give it, you got to watch it long enough to get used to the characters, and then it's funny.
Yeah. That's how it is with the Community, because it's all these cool, quirky themes, but it's all based around we're all friends, we're all a family, we're a community and all that. Yeah, like, okay, sure, but Abed is Batman. That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
So, yeah.
What do you think, Brett?
About Community?
Yeah, or Schitt's Creek.
Or what?
Or Schitt's Creek.
Can you not hear me?
Why aren't you answering?
No, because I couldn't. You froze. But I've seen neither of them.
I know. You need to start watching them.
I got stuff to do. Like rewatch and play everything I've already rewatched.
Brett, I just got a job. What are you doing?
Keeping the job for 3 years, bitch.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Do you need some aloe for that sick burn?
That's pretty good. Have you been holding on to that one?
That was solid. That's solid. I'm also working through working girls or working moms. Because we got we had the one lady actress that's on there that will be coming on we'll be releasing that episode pretty soon. So I'm excited to get that one out. So I've been trying to work. I'm about halfway through season 2 of it, and it's been good.
Do you like it?
You were muted.
Do you remember how this works? If I pause, you start talking.
I don't know if you're freezing or not.
We're gonna have to start doing these in person. Get out of the bunker, drive over.
I'm in space.
Space.
He's in space. I am in my underwear.
Oh no!
Hey, no.
Oh, you made me make this face. Nobody wants to see that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to show a FedEx video.
We'll have to blur all of that.
Yeah, we got to edit that out.
I didn't mean to show a FedEx video.
What does that mean?
I don't get it.
Because you just saw a package.
Oh!
Thank you.
Oh, we missed having you back on here.
Okay, that was pretty good.
Thank you.
All right. So before we get into our Stargirl topic, I've got 8 must-read comics from Black creators. All right. So in honor of the Black Lives Matter movement and Juneteenth, which we're recording this episode on Juneteenth. I
do not know what Juneteenth is. I've seen it everywhere.
Yeah, they chose a bad name for it, I think, but it's the anniversary of the emancipation.
Okay.
Yeah. See, Juneteenth is a really weird name to call that.
Like, when I first saw it, I thought it was because Anthony Anthem posted something.
Yeah.
And I thought he was just being like, I need a day off on Juneteenth, meaning he just wants a day off. I didn't know it was like a real thing. And
no, it's a real thing.
It's real.
June the 19th, and I don't know the history behind why it became Juneteenth, but
they could just say anything between 13 and 19 as teenth. So why Juneteenth?
I don't know. I'm sure there's a story.
I'm a little bit upset about that, but
all right, Sean, that's your homework for next week. Find out why it's called Juneteenth. Yeah.
Why not Independence Day Part 2?
Well, I think they look at it a little different. The celebration of Juneteenth. You know?
How about Ratification Day?
What's wrong with Juneteenth? I kind of like that.
Well, because it doesn't say anything about what it's actually supposed to be about. Because 4th of July is Independence Day. It's pretty obvious.
All right. So you want it spoon fed to you.
I want a title. If I see a banner out there, if I see a banner that says Juneteenth, I won't know what you're trying to say.
Well, yeah, but you're gonna do some research on why it's called that, and then you're also going to come up with a new name.
I still think Independence Day Part 2 is pretty good.
That movie was terrible.
Okay, not the movie. The movie is absolutely terrible.
Okay, so it's not the ratification of slaves, because that happened December 12th. No, that's Pearl Harbor. 6th? It was in December.
Oh, my God.
In 1865. Sorry, continue.
Hey, why don't you not give us what it is until you figure out what it is?
It's also called Freedom Day or Emancipation Day.
There you go. I like Freedom Day.
I like Emancipation Day.
Emancipation Day. That's also nice.
All right.
Why not call it that? No.
So in honor of that, because I mean, it's all this, we don't talk about it a lot, but everything going on in the country right now is, I mean, especially for you guys that are younger and growing up, I mean, this is stuff you're going to be talking about with your grandkids and stuff, because you were there. It's big. But so
I want to get a tattoo that says "I survived 2020."
Well, you should. We all need one.
There's apparently a post out there saying the world's going to end like tomorrow or 2 days. So prepare for that too. They said they got the Mayan calendar wrong.
If it's going to happen, let's just do it. But I would like a specific knowledge of when it's coming, so I can just
the 21st apparently
on what I want to eat.
Because instead of 8 days off, they actually got 8 years off apparently.
Yeah. Oh, I got you.
It's the 2012 one, yeah.
Yeah, so it's coming in 2 days. How's it ending, by the way? What exactly is going to happen in 2 days that it's ending?
No. They said that there's going to be an eclipse, and that's kind of it. Because that means something.
I was actually talking about that today. I was saying it's supposed to be like a fire ring eclipse. And I was like, this is not the year for that shit.
No, we don't want to mess around with that. We do not want to.
I don't want to.
It's like the step beyond a full moon on a Friday the 13th. It's a step beyond that.
Yeah,
is a ring of fire on 2020.
Yeah, no,
that was your cue to start singing "Ring of Fire," and you didn't do it.
I'm not. I'm retired.
Yeah, you're the only one that can sing it, though.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna give you the 8 must-read comics from Black creators in honor of Juneteenth. All right.
Okay.
Hear it.
So here we go. I'm gonna have to read them because I don't have them memorized. But some of these I've heard good things. This first one is one I would like to read. It's from Top Cow. It's called Genius. So, Destiny is a strategic wonderkin and a teenaged agent of radical change in Genius. So that's one. All right. You'll like this one, Brett, because it's Nighthawk. It's David Walker's iteration on the Squadron Supreme's Nighthawk to be Marvel's answer to Batman, except this hero, a black man, did a lot of things that Batman couldn't and wouldn't do. This one actually is relevant because it's like tackling police brutality and socioeconomic inequality in minority neighborhoods in Chicago. I mean, that's a very relevant comic book right now.
What's it called?
Nighthawk.
By David who?
David Walker. I always liked the Squadron Supreme, so I'm for that. I'd like to read that one.
Yeah, let's see.
Now, I've read this next one. This next one came out in the 90s, and it's called Icon. It's a Milestone Comics, but it's owned by DC Comics.
I know Icon.
You know Icon.
Nighthawk's terrifying.
Yeah, Nighthawk's. Yeah, we need to check that one out. So there you go. So Icon. There's one called Black, which was a Kickstarter sensation when it first dropped in 2016. What if only black people had superpowers? That's kind of interesting. And then Omni. Let's see. Omni, Humanoids Ignition, Shared Universe. That I'm not sure what that is. Humanoids Ignition, Shared. Oh, okay. Here we go. So it's recently made headlines for exposing Amy Cooper's racist meltdown against Melody's brother in the birding area of Central Park. So it's called Omni. And then the next one is called Excellence, which is the adventures of a secret cabal of black magicians known as the Aegis. I think that one actually sounds pretty good to me. And then I think this is the last one, Why I Hate Saturn.
Well, personally, Saturn sucks. So
Saturn does suck.
I don't know. Neptune's pretty cool to me.
Oh, I did miss one. The last one is called Brother Man. That's also a Milestone Comics. It's
I haven't heard of any of these.
Yeah, the Genius was the one I had. An Icon. So Brother Man is considered a major influence on black comic creators, and it's been printed kind of sporadically since the 90s. So it comes out every so often. But there's 8. If you're looking for something to read, there's 8 really good ones. So if I had to pick one of those, I think I'd go with Nighthawk.
Yeah, I would too because
it sounds really cool.
Yeah, Nighthawk's the one I would check out. But there's 8. So, all right. So you ready to get into our topic? Yeah. Oh, by the way, Doom Patrol Season 2 comes out next Thursday.
I know. I'm excited.
So, Sean, you got a week. You got a week to get it caught up.
It's probably on my
you got this weekend. It's only 13 episodes. You watched like 6 seasons of Community in a week. It's only 13 episodes.
That's before I had a job. That's whenever all jobs were just down.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, so Stargirl is out on DC Universe and the CW, both. So I know you guys have watched the first episode. Have you watched any beyond that?
No.
I finished.
Okay.
It's had 5, and I've watched all 5. I'll say this about it. I've enjoyed them. Like the first few episodes goes into detail about what happened to the Justice Society, and I really enjoyed that. And basically,
did you figure out who all was there?
Yes, I've got that information.
Okay, good.
So I really enjoyed
if I missed anybody.
Yeah. We'll go through it. I thought that was pretty well done. And I'm still enjoying it. 5 episodes in, I'm still. So basically, what's happening is the Justice Society is defeated by the Injustice Society, and they're either killed or scattered. And 10 years later, the daughter of Starman finds his staff and starts putting back together the Justice Society with all of her school friends.
Have we gotten there?
Yeah, you haven't got there. I'm not gonna give it away, but that's because you could find that out anywhere. But that's the premise. So the problem I have with it, and it's based on let's see, it's based on the Geoff Johns or Jeff Johns. I'm trying to think where Star and Stripes.
It's Jeff.
It's what?
It's Jeff.
I said Jeff Johns. I said Joff, but then I changed it to Jeff. I did say Joff, but I changed it to Jeff, damn it. I struggle with names. I can't help it they spelled Jeff with a G. Who does that? Anyway, so it's based on the Stars and Stripes comic book. And the problem I'm having with the show, and I'm enjoying the show, but is the same problem I have with all of the CW shows, the CW superhero shows, too soap opera.
Definitely.
Too soap opera. It's all taking place in this high school. So all of the Injustice League has retired to become like school teachers. And then now they're battling the Justice Society's kids. I mean, what are they doing? Why didn't they spread out?
It's one thing to have all the heroes and villains all in America, which I always think is weird. Why have them all in one school?
One school. It's like we've defeated the Injustice Society, which is the our main opposition to taking over the world. What are we going to do? I think I'll be a gym teacher. What the hell? Anyway, so Brett asked who in the first episode had the great, Justice Society battle, and so here is the ones that I picked out. All right, Brett.
Okay.
So you tell me if any of these, you didn't realize were there. So Starman, who's played by Joel McHale from Community.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And his sidekick Stripesy, who is not Owen Wilson, the other one.
Luke
Wilson. Luke Wilson. So and so I thought it was really interesting because they go into why Stripesy, with Starman. That doesn't even make sense. Was because Starman was originally the Star Spangled Kid, so he was the Star Spangled Kid, and then Stripesy, they were supposed to be the flag. Well, then he changed his name to Starman, and then it didn't fit. So they were there. Wildcat, Our Man, which was played by Lou Ferrigno's son, Lou Ferrigno Jr. Yeah. And Dr. Midnight, which is played by Henry Thomas, who was the boy from E.T.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, and then it shows like the Golden Age Flash's, helmet, the metal helmet. And I think maybe it showed I know later in the show they make references to Hawkman and the original Green Lantern, but I'm not sure if it was that episode. And then here's the bad guys. So here's all the bad guys. See if there's any of these that you know or missed. Dragon King, Icicle, who's the leader, Brainwave, Gambler, and Sportsmaster. So Sportsmaster is married to Tigress, and they're both in it. Wizard and a computer-generated Solomon Grundy.
Totally missed Sportsmaster, I think.
Yeah. Well, him and Tigress are make an appearance later.
Interestingly, I wonder if Artemis is going to be in this show.
Well, I don't know. Are they?
Because those are her parents.
Oh, right. Yeah. You know what?
Yeah,
you're exactly right.
Yes.
They are Artemis's parents. Good call. on that. So that could be because and they're playing, like older versions of themselves, so they would definitely be old enough to have like a teenage daughter.
It's possible.
Definitely you may have called that one. What was that?
That was a bird outside.
Yeah, you calm down.
Sorry.
Well, what'd you guys think of the first episode? Since we postponed this episode for 2 weeks and you couldn't be bothered to watch any of the other episodes.
I stole the first segment.
I just need to watch as much as Brett watched. Then I'm in the clear. If he's watched one, then I don't need to watch anymore.
I don't enjoy any of the CW shows.
Well, I've enjoyed this one better than any of them I've enjoyed since probably Green Lantern or Green Arrow first came out.
I'm not even a big fan of Green Arrow. But I like this one. It's not bad.
Yeah, this
there's too many good shows, and this one isn't. Like, I like the beginning, sure, but none of the. Like, I'm still skeptical.
The last 2 episodes have just been okay for me, but the first 3 I thought were really well done, and it's starting to introduce some of the kids that are going to become, Justice Society members. And Stripesy, he's got that big metal robot that he's going to build.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool.
I do know that big metal robot. I like the big metal robot.
That was a good reveal. I was not ready for it.
Well,
I love that he has the Iron Giant.
The Iron Giant, yeah, that's what it is. And so in this one, the second version of Justice League, like Wildcat and Dr. Midnight are girls, where the original ones were men.
I knew that about Wildcat because I've seen that image. I didn't know about Dr. Midnight. You said? Yeah,
Dr. Midnight is a girl in the second version. It's original is a man.
Just to look it up, the Sportsmaster looked really lame.
Well, they haven't. They showed him really quick in that first episode, so they haven't really given you a good look at him yet.
Was he like blue? Because I think I found the.
Yeah, I think so.
It looks terrible.
We lost Sean.
We did. John, you're muted.
He may have had. He's back.
Yeah, someone decided to be noisy here in space.
Was
it was did we have a Cole sighting?
No, a movie.
Oh, well, that's to. So Sean has his son Cole over, and I'm assuming they're watching the Disney movie.
Yeah, they're watching Brave, and it starts off with a very angry bear.
Yeah,
very loud. I had to mute for a lot of that.
When I was.
That's not bad anymore.
When I was younger.
Actually, no, Sportsmaster looks kind of cool.
Yeah, you like it? When I was, do you remember Sportsmaster?
Yeah, it looks kind of cool.
Do you remember Sportsmaster?
Dr. Midnight.
Was it Titans or was it Young Justice?
Young Justice.
Was he? He wasn't married to Tigress. Yeah. Was it Jade? I think it was Jade.
Who, Sportsmaster?
Yeah.
No, I told you this. No, Sportsmaster was married to Tigress, and they had 2 kids, Cheshire and Artemis.
Oh, okay. That's where I'm getting. Okay. Yeah, and then so Cheshire and Roy Harper end up together, right?
Yes, and Roy Harper, yes.
And they have a kid.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Who were the other people who fought the Justice?
Dragon King, Icicle, Brainwave, Gambler, Wizard, Solomon Grundy.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
When I was younger than you guys, I used to read this comic called All-Star Squadron, which was basically the Justice Society fighting in World War II, kind of like Invaders for Marvel. I love that comic. And it had like 40 members of the Justice Society. So, I mean, every issue you'd have a different group from different team put together, fighting Nazis and stuff. It was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Like that's the best thing to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of
Russians
that was
working with Nazis.
Yeah. That's where I got kind of into the Justice Society, was from that. So that I was very excited to see them on screen. The only time I think they've done Justice Society on screen was Smallville did a little take on Justice Society, and they had a Stargirl.
Yes, they did. I've seen that.
They had a Hawkman, and a Stargirl, and Dr. Fate, maybe.
They did have a Dr. Fate, and he looked terrible.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
But Smallville, there was no good-looking characters on Smallville. I just looked up Stargirl to see her, and she looked terrible in Smallville as well.
No, that's not true, because Supergirl looked pretty good. She wasn't too bad.
Who did?
Supergirl.
Who?
On Supergirl.
Okay.
On Smallville was pretty good.
I heard.
Hey, are we keeping you awake? You all right?
You said
I never get to say
Supergirl
that
like
to
5
you.
times.
I usually get to yell at Brett.
The Supergirl.
It's Laura Vandervoot or something like that.
Yeah, I found her. She doesn't look good.
Yeah, come on now. She looks good.
No, she doesn't. No character on here.
Agree to disagree. They even did, Smallville even did a Legion of Superheroes one, where it had like Lightning Lad and Saturn Girl on it.
Impulse looked terrible too.
Well, it was 20 years ago or 15 years ago.
That's no excuse.
Well, all right. So I got a few Easter eggs.
Nice.
So let me throw those out there. It's just a couple. So in the in the chest that Stripesy is keeping Starman's staff in, there's a newspaper called Civic City News. Civic City was the original home of the Justice Society. I thought that was kind of cool. And it had the article on the Civic City News was talking about Dr. Weird, who was a Star Spangled Kid villain. So that was the newspaper. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah,
That's pretty good. I told you this one, Sean. This was, I thought, the best one. So Jeff Johns' sister, Courtney, died in a plane crash, and he created and wrote Stargirl as a tribute to her. So when it shows Stargirl in her bedroom, in the background there's a picture of her running track, and she's standing next to Jeff John's sister. So they've taken a picture of Jeff's sister and superimposed the actress playing Stargirl to make it look like they were standing together. I thought that was kind of cool.
Isn't that interesting how they do that stuff?
Yeah, I thought that was a really that was a neat one. And then the other one I kind of liked was at the movie theater in the back when they went to the drive-in movies. A movie called The Liberty Files was playing, which was a reference to a popular JSA storyline from Elseworlds called The Liberty Files. So I thought that was kind of cool.
What was that?
I only stuck to Easter eggs from the first episode because you two yahoos only watched the first episode.
I wanted to know if it was worth it.
It's worth it.
Is it?
Well, it's better than reading a book that you don't even like.
No, it's
yeah,
not.
Come on, Brett.
There's some sense in accomplishment if you finish something that you don't enjoy.
Oh my gosh.
Why not? Why not watch the show? Why not watch the show?
Star Wars is just something I really want to know everything about because they have so many little tiny things in it.
Have you read Heir to the Empire?
It's not canon.
Damn it.
Ooh.
That's the best Star Wars story out there is that Heir to the Empire trilogy. Although I always like this one called Splinter of the Mind's Eye, which also is not canon. But it was a Luke and Darth Vader story that I really enjoyed that.
Hey,
Alan Dean Foster wrote that one.
Look at this. Look at what a good boy he is.
Yeah.
He's just sitting there.
He's just sitting there. You know, why don't you
Pretty good
put
boy.
since you can't get the green screen up, why don't you put some of the cool things that you have that are geek related in the background? Instead of just showing us in your underwear, we could be looking at some of your neat stuff. Like that.
I like being in.
It doesn't work. It
kind of works on occasion. Square. It pops in.
All right, you're right. Trident gun.
Come on, man. Where's your shelf with all the the little people on it?
My pop figures are all the way over there. That wouldn't be comfy.
Yeah, that's where you need to be, is in front of the pop figures.
That would be uncomfy.
Man.
This right here reminds me of my childhood when I smell it. No joke. Trident. I don't know why.
There's Superman. Where's what flavor is the Trident?
Tropical twist
behind him.
Ooh, tropical twist. I can see why that would remind you.
It just reminds me of when I was young. And when my knees and back didn't hurt.
Your knees and back don't hurt.
They're fine.
Are you an old man?
That's a disclaimer for when my mom listens to this. I am fine.
You're fine. Why do you say it like
She gave me a sleeping pill last night, and it knocked me out completely. Absolutely.
Good.
And I'm still tired from it, and it's 4:00 in the afternoon.
Can you break them in half? Take a half.
I'm going to take one tonight, like another full one, because I have nothing tomorrow. And
don't get all the way caught up, are you? It's a good thing we're podcasting now, then.
Yeah. By the way, hey, how'd your yard look?
Hey.
Finally. Oh, I noticed it. It whenever I first came over.
You're using the new electric lawnmower. It looked pretty good.
That's some good stuff there, Brett.
I said you're using the new electric lawnmower. It looked pretty good.
How do you know?
I could tell.
It's just that good.
The battery almost died on me.
Yeah, it's because you let it get too high.
No.
It's only good for an hour.
Your yard is not an hour. It's not an hour.
It should only take you 45 minutes to do that yard.
What do you mean to me?
Well, if you're doing it longer than that, you're doing it wrong.
Well, to be fair, it's still kind of clunky for me.
I know that does take some getting used to.
And it hurts my hand, like the handle.
Sean uses his dad's. He knows.
Yeah. Well, we usually have a weed whacker and a lawnmower, so we can switch it out if we need more.
I think that's what I'm going to get is a weed one, so I got 2 batteries, and then we can switch them. Yeah. That's the plan.
That helps. I forgot to tell you something else I was working on.
Yeah?
Yeah. So I've been playing these Arkham games, and
we already talked about that.
I'm not.
Come on, Brett. You got the original.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
Dang. No,
right.
So I've been playing these Arkham games, and they got me thinking, is that I've never seen Tim Drake as Batman. So I made a Facebook post. I was like, hey, would anybody read that if I just wrote something for fun?
I saw that.
And I got an overwhelming amount of comments, 8. And those 8 people seemed like they would want to read it.
Yeah, but
so
it had most people don't comment, but it had a lot of likes.
Yeah, so I posted it to another Facebook group, and they didn't accept it for some reason. I don't know why.
What was the group?
It's not one you're part of. I can't remember what it is.
Like a Batman group?
No, just like another group that I'm in.
And they didn't want to talk about it, huh?
No,
you can be in groups without you.
But then I tried posting another thing in this group. I tried to post. Where did I put Kingdom Come? I was asking a question about why I can't find it, but Dick Grayson is in this. He's in this comic book, but he's dressed as I don't know if you can see Red Robin there.
Yeah, that's Dick Grayson?
Yeah, that's Dick Grayson. So I asked on the group, I was like, hey, why is he in Tim Drake's outfit?
Well, it's an alternate world though, right?
Yeah, I just still don't really get it. So
I
was just wondering. I was asking if anybody knew.
Well, what kind of group was it? Was that a relevant topic for the group?
Yeah.
I don't understand groups. I don't understand groups like that. That stuff drives me crazy.
Yeah, they didn't accept that one either. Anyway.
Don't you want dialogue? You know what? When that stuff happens to me, I just get out of those groups. Find you one that actually wants to have a discussion.
It's kind of crappy.
You know what let me tell you something. Because, let's talk about it to our listeners here. If you're searching for the right group for you, let me just tell you, it's Meisterchondriacs.
All right.
10,200 members.
Stop.
Jump on the bandwagon. That one too.
Did you see that never mind. Anyway, back to this Tim Drake thing. So I've written
Meisterchondriacs.
So I've written about 3 pages of this idea I've had.
Yes.
And it's called Batman Red Knight. So I thought you guys would just like to hear that.
Yeah, I like it.
And if I get any further with it, I will post it on the group,
do it, man.
Group that they said. And
Meisterchondriacs.
Yes. So that's all I have.
Yeah, I would love to read that. That's really good. I would read and or watch that.
Also, I'm officially a TikToker.
Yeah. Do you want to show us your first TikTok video? Because I'm very.
I'll show you what do you want, my first or my second?
I don't know. I'm so proud of both.
Okay. I thought you were saying embarrassed.
I'll show my second.
That too.
That one's my favorite.
Yeah. Proud and embarrassed.
All right, so hear me out.
You froze. You froze.
What'd you do? Looked like you called for help.
I was trying to turn the volume down, and I called the police.
What?
I hope you hung up.
How? How did you do that?
There's a thing, if you press your button too much, it calls the police.
Well, there you go. Don't do that.
I'll show this.
All right, so hear me out. Penis.
So
Yeah,
that's the kind of content you're getting from me, Boba Brett 18. So
Boba Brett.
Pretty good. Boba Brett.
Anyway,
I'm a talker.
Hey, so we do got some news for longtime listeners. So we have taken a major step into opening our own studio. So the building has been purchased. We are just awaiting the room to be vacated that we're putting the studio in, and then we will be building the studio. So we've been talking about that for 1.5 years, and it's finally happening. That's pretty exciting.
It is exciting. I can dig it.
Yeah, and we also purchased I'm going to say a fixer-upper that you and Sean are going to room in.
What?
You bought us a big
space.
Yeah, you bought us a big outhouse.
I bought you a big outhouse.
Maybe.
Yeah, you just bought us a big old outhouse.
Well, it's better than that, but it does need some work. But hopefully, we'll have it fixed up and ready for you and the dogs.
The outhouse at least has a stall and a trough.
Yeah, I think this is going. I think when we're done with it, you're going to like it pretty well. But it probably won't be done.
It's a big shed that hasn't been kept up with.
Yeah, it needs some work. It needs some.
The hole in
But
ground.
hey, in the fall, we're estimating you two are going to take that next step, that tentative step into adulthood, as we gently prod you out the door into the world.
You guys already did that whenever you turned my room into a guest room.
We keep giving you hints, but you won't leave.
I can't afford it.
That's why we bought a place. Get you the hell out. Brett, what are you doing?
Oh, he's ignoring. Oh, he is.
Are you ignoring us?
I'm ignoring you.
Why?
I don't know.
Man, all this exciting stuff going on, and you just want to be a putz. Come on.
I'm a putz.
Yes, you are. You look good, though.
Thank you.
Good looking putz.
Right,
Sean.
I did my hair.
Yeah, it looks better.
Thank you.
Looks better. Lots of
When I was
stuff
up
going
this morning, this whole side was sticking up.
Just trying to carve out a little piece of time for myself.
It works. Oh,
there you go. That's perfect. Now hold it like that. Don't move.
Anything else you guys need to talk about?
Well, the only thing I could think of was, did you see they were going back to filming Jurassic Park, the new one?
What?
You know, I just don't like Jurassic Park.
When will they learn to just stop opening more?
Well, yeah, agreed. I mean,
like the plot just doesn't make sense at that point.
Yeah, it seems very, what's the word? Very on the nose that Jurassic Park would open up early. You know, nothing bad has ever happened when they've rushed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the only, I was trying to think if there's anything coming out that I was looking forward to. I guess Doom Patrol is the main one. Anything you can think of, either one of you?
I'm still waiting for Black Widow. That's all I've been waiting for is the Marvel stuff to start up again.
Yeah, it's going to be a while.
I know.
Well, now what about that Artemis Fowl that came out on Disney? Have you checked it out?
No, I'm not checking that out.
Why not?
It looks bad.
I'll probably check it out.
Yeah, I know you will.
You know, let me tell you, there's two types of geeks in the world. Those of us that are actual geeks, and then you posers.
Hey,
I'm not a poser. I'm a snob.
All right. Well, I can get behind geek snobbery because I got some of that myself.
Yeah. No, I just don't like it when people don't like the right things.
Yeah.
So
you know, we do have a, you know, we did our combined podcast with the 976 podcast guys. Well, we've got one coming up with Generation Gab, which is one of the podcasters is John Lear, who has been on the show. He used to be one of the Geico cavemen. So that one could be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one could be pretty fun. What do you think of that, Brett? Are you going to participate or not?
I think it sounds great. We can gab away.
Hey, let me tell you something. When we team up with Generation Gab, you got to put your phone up. You can't have any doodling pads. You got to actually actively participate. You guys.
No, I'm not doing it.
You guys are the worst.
Uh-huh.
The worst.
I got to get out.
Yeah.
You leaving?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll see you there, Sean. Yep. Bye.
What? Where are you going?
I'm just kidding.
I put up my phone before you started leaving. Put my phone in my pocket.
All right.
Another Sean?
I guess that's our show this week. Brett, tell everybody where they can find us. Oh, by the way, MeisterCon is on the verge, the doorstep of 60,000.
What?
60,000.
60,000?
And our reach right now, 6.3 million.
Million.
I I mean, that's pretty solid numbers. Plus the 10,200 in mitochondriacs. We are rolling.
Good deal.
Tell everybody where they can find us, Brett.
You can find us at MeisterCon on Facebook. You can find us on patreon.com/MeisterCon. You can find us on Mitochondriacs, our Facebook group. That's it.
Hey,
Contact
please,
us. MeisterCon1@gmail.com. If you want to, you don't have to. You can send me personally on Cash App. You can send me some money at that original gangsta 6969 if you need.
Oh, come on. You're just making stuff up now. You're going to confuse people. They won't know where to go. Definitely check out our Patreon page. Help us out if you can spare a few shekels. We would appreciate it.
That way this guy can get a background.
That's right. We're trying to get Brett a background. We're finishing up the studio. Lots of big stuff coming.
I don't need a background because that would distract him from the main event.
What main event?
Yeah.
I guess we have went full circle since we started out talking about the package and now we're talking about the main event. Full circle.
What can I say?
All right.
All right.
Till next time.
Thank you, everybody.
Boom!
Bang, bang.
Bang, pow.
No, we got to try again. Yeah, you blew it. Oh,
yeah, I was going to say bang.
Rookie.
You salty whore.
We're
How
not in the
dare
same
you?
room.
All right, here we go.
There's one lag time here in space.
Get ready. Get ready. Hold your breath. Hold your breath. Boom!
Kapow!
Bang. What?
Oh,
What?
no. No. That was dirty. That was dirty. All right, here we go. Boom!
Bang, 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 bang.
Pow?
Oh, God. All right.
What
One more
was
time.
that?
One more time.
Okay.
Boom!
Bang, bang.
Pow.
Oh, God.
There's no
I guess
energy.
I guess we're done. Boom! All right. Bye. Bye, everybody.